Hey there, hey there. Welcome to my studio. It's the beginning of a year, and I hope that you have had time to get some clarity and some vision around what you want to create this year. I think it's really important that we set an intention. And for many years, I would say at least 18 years, I've chosen a word. I've chosen a word for my year, and the way that I interpret that is that this word becomes a piece of thread that gets woven into my tapestry. And I want that thread to have purpose. I want it to be visible. I want it to show up in my tapestry as part of who I am. And so when we think about choosing a word, we think about it in the ways like, is this a resolution? Is it a goal? Is it a direction? Is it an intention? Are all of those things the same? And I think that we can have goals, and goals should be able to be tracked. So, for example, like I have a goal that I want to show up on my yoga mat for myself 2 to 3 times a week. So I can easily track that. I know that today is Tuesday. Yesterday, I showed up on the mat. Yesterday, I had a practice in the afternoon. So I mark that in my book and I track it for a while. It takes 21 days for us to change a habit. So that's a goal. Now my resolution, I don't make resolutions. I just don't. I don't make resolutions. So, but my goal is part of my word. So my word for 2021 is refinement. I want to take everything that is amazing and good in me and make it better, refine it. I want to polish off the parts of me that I've let go of, that I've maybe neglected a little bit. I want to smooth out the rough edges of myself, and I do have them. I want to be a little bit more refined in my goodness. And I've said for a long time that I'm the giver of goodness, but I'm going to make myself the giver of greatness. I just want refinement in my business. I want refinement in my yoga practice. I want to listen to my body more. I want refinement in my personal life and how I make choices on what I eat and how much water I drink, and if I'm taking the time to finish that jigsaw puzzle that's over there that's been sitting there for 3 months. That's refinement. And so I'm just going to make subtle changes. And so when we think about coming to yoga, I want you to think about why it is that you're showing up on the mat. Is it to achieve that goal? Are you going to just cross it off? Or are you looking for something deeper than that? And the reason why I don't teach myself doing a posture, and I want to just verbally cue you. I don't even turn my camera on when you show up to a class with me, is because I want you to become your teacher. I want you to take ownership of your body and the sensations that you feel. And I'm going to guide you and walk side by side, and I offer you movement, and I offer you postures, and I offer you guidance. But ultimately, it's you on the mat and your relationship with you. So there are many, 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 many hundreds and thousands of yoga teachers online. And there are some amazing teachers. They're beautiful, they're wonderful, they teach glorious practice. But I believe that there is a visual component of competition and comparison that cannot easily be overcome when I'm watching somebody on the screen. I tend to, when I practice, even if I'm being guided by a video or guided by an app or something, I always shut my eyes to practice because I don't want that visual interference. I want to feel my own sensation, my own body. I want to know if my right foot is forward enough to where I really feel that stretch along my quad and into my glute. I want to feel myself turn and open up into that beautiful dragonfly and feel that expansion through my chest. I don't want to be looking to see if I'm as open as my teacher. I don't want that. And so as a yoga teacher for now 15 years, 16 years, I believe so much in how I teach that that I have that alignment and integrity with myself, that I'm not going to show postures. I don't want that visual interference. So if you need that modeling and you need to watch somebody do the pose, I'm happy to meet with you privately online and walk you through the sequence. I'm happy to show you what is Warrior Two. I'm happy to do that one-on-one. I will never teach a class with me doing the postures and talking you through it. I would rather sit here and be intentional with my delivery and not be worried about me in the posture, you in the posture. And I also don't need to see you in the posture. I don't need to correct you. I don't need to tell you that that's not enough. You know where your edge is. You know what feels good in your body. So here's what I want to offer you. I want to offer you this idea that you take the goal of what you want and you funnel it down into a statement that starts with I am. Okay. So let's say that you have a goal to lose weight. That's your goal. You're going to track it month by month. You're going to get on the scale and you're going to track it. What if you took that goal and made it into an I am statement of I am at my ideal weight. I am healthy. I am choosing wisely. I am being intentional with my movement. What if you took your goal or resolution and funneled it into an I am statement as if it's already there? And then you chop off the I am for a moment, even though those are the two most powerful words you will ever speak. Chop it off for a minute. What's left? Okay. So I have goals for myself to show up on the mat, to drink more water, to be more intentional with my free time, to carve out free time, and to better myself as a whole. So I take that, I funnel it into an I am statement. I am refining myself. I am refining myself. I chop off that. What is left with? Refinement. That is my word. That is my word, which means to make small and subtle changes. So finding your word is important. It's important because then when you show up for yoga, that thread gets woven into it. Are you healthy on the mat, or are you competitive? Are you healthy, or are you pushing your body past the point of pain just to say you did it? Are you healthy, and are you showing up on the mat? So we use it. We use that word in our life. We use it outside of the yoga practice. How am I practicing refinement? How am I showing up in my daily life as a refined woman, as a woman who knows her goodness and wants to know her greatness? So I wanted to offer this to you, to explain why I teach the way I do, and to bring in this idea of a word for your year. And then how does that layer onto showing up in my yoga classes and taking my videos? And I hope that you'll visit my website and you'll see over 125 offerings. And there's chair yoga, there's Pilates, there's traditional yoga guided only by my voice. And then there's some meditation and contemplation. And I feel like there's plenty for you to choose from in that online tab. And I look forward to joining you this year and in the years to come on this new adventure. And find a word, live the word, become the word, and let it get woven into every aspect of your life. I do believe it will change you for the better, and it will make you more aware. I use my word in many ways. I define it, I write it in my planner, I put it on my phone, I make a graphic. It becomes me, and I think about it. And the other day I was taking a walk, and I was having some pain, as I do every day. And I thought, here's an opportunity for refinement. Here's an opportunity for refinement. Do I need to walk the same route that I walk every day because I know exactly how long it is? Or can I refine this and listen to the pain that my body is speaking? Sit on that bench over there, breathe, and then take a different route home that's shorter. That's refining the way that I'm doing things off the mat. So thank you for watching. I hope that you will take the opportunity to practice with me. If you would like a one-on-one session, just reach out to me. Just reach out to me. I would love to offer you a free, here's a 20-minute, here's what I'm talking about, here's what yoga is about, here's what Warrior 2 is. Whatever you need, I'm happy to offer you a free 20-minute session to do that. And then we'll see where that takes us. So find your word, live in integrity, be in alignment, and listen to you. You are your greatest teacher. I'm just here for the ride. All right, take care.